very busy. Okay, so it's 5:12. We are going to get started. I'm going to make these couple projects real fast, and then we'll put it together, and I'll see if you can guess what it is. Though in a video, I may have slipped and said what it was because my mouth kind of chatters and I do that. So here we go with our normal prepping our clay. We are ready to go again. This is a thicker 3/8 inch slab because of what I'm going to make, which you are going to find out shortly. And as always, I am wiping off my yellow rib so that we can compress this clay. Now I use printer's blankets on my slab roller so I don't get a lot of texture, but you know, then I touch it and get little dents or little scratch marks in it. So I like to ready it prior to making something, and I'll flip this over gently. Looks like most of the paint has come off my work table because it's not coming off in my clay like it used to. All right, it will when I roll the rolling pin on it, but that's okay. It'll come out. It'll come out in the wash. All right, I'm going to actually use my Holly Holiday roller. I've had this one quite some time, but I love this, and we're coming up on the holidays. Holiday coming up on the holidays, so I want to roll this. And actually, this is the thinner side. I can get more of the design in here and hope it will cover what I'm trying to cover. So let me stand up just a little bit. Try to keep my head out of the camera. I don't use handles. I just stand above it and press down. And it doesn't take much pressure because these are so deeply carved. I'm trying to keep my head out of your way. Off the end. Okay, now I'm going to lift this. I will probably have paint on the back side now. Not too bad. Enough. I'll have to clean the bottom, but you know, you rib the bottom anyway, and so it won't matter. Got pieces of stuff in here, but that'll come right out also. All right, look at this beautiful texture. Let me lift this for you. Is that not just, what a beautiful, beautiful holiday texture that is. All right, I'm gonna put this to the back, oops, ran off my table, to the back of my table, because when I pull this over in my form, in my template, I like the texture back here where I can lift it. I can see the texture, I can see what I'm doing, and pull this over so that I can see under and make sure I'm getting things even and covering everything I need to cover. So I am going to move my rolling pin, and I'm going to grab my banding wheel system, my form, my template, show you how to put it all together, and then we're going to put this clay on there and we're going to make something. Next one, but what I started to say is you're going to really want to stay through to the end and see what this is going to become. Okay, here we go. We are ready for round 2. So I have my banding wheel. I have my banding wheel system that fits over my banding wheel, locks into place so it won't slide off. There is a tiny bit of play only because Shimpo could not guarantee that all their banding wheels of the same size would be exactly the same size. So we left about an 1/8 inch in there. You can do one of a couple things. You can grab a tiny piece of clay and just kind of stick it in there. And that will, whoops, that's not going to keep, I didn't mean to put it there, ding dong. I meant to put it in here, right here, a little bit on each side. If you want to completely stop that, I don't worry about it. It's not enough to do anything. See? Now you don't have the play at all. Then I take my insert and I put in here. This one's a little tight. And my peg. And I put it in there. All of our templates, all of our forms do have holes in the bottom. Oh. And our bowling ball handles. Easy to get out. They stay lined up. There's no guesswork, no nothing. I'm not using this one yet, but I'm going to use our new bubble bowl. And I'm going to use my pinwheels template. And I'm going to put my template on the peg. So this fits right over. I love playing with my bubble bowl. This is so awesome. A domed bowl, a dome of whatever kind. And then put your template around there. Wait till you see. Now, I almost boo-booed because I always put my texture behind me so I can see as I pull it over. However, what we're making tonight, I need the texture on the outside. So, I need to just pick it up. And I'm just going to kind of drop it down there and hopefully I got it where I didn't get it too centered, but I'm just going to press this around lightly with my hands. I'm using this. Look at this. This is so cute. Okay. Yeah, I didn't center it very good, but I got it all on the template that I needed, and that's fine. I'm kind of bringing it in. I want this up against the form, but I don't want to gouge my texture, especially when I'm working with the texture on the outside. Just like this. I did turn you back on, right? I did. It always freaks me out to think, oh my gosh, I forgot to turn the recording on. Okay, so I'm bringing this in very gently with my hands. And I'm going to go grab my, I'll just use this needle tool for right now. I'm going to come in and I'm going to just kind of come around and grab this extra off of here just to get this out of my way. Now, I can't go around this with my rib because I have texture. So I just want to kind of easily scooch this up. Scoochy, scoochy. And then I take my needle tool, I went straight up. I'm going to hold this like this. Oh, I guess I can't get it in. Oh, you can watch in the upper window. I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, hit that template, and just go around. Just like this. How simple. Oh, wait. You're a wheel thrower? You want to do this on your wheel? Well, I have your answer. We also have our system for the wheel. And instead of the round insert, it's got your normal, that normal square insert with the little cutout corners that you do mugs on. And it's got a hole in the center of one of those with a peg. And it fits all of our forms, all of our templates. You could be doing this exact same thing on the wheel. Okay, I'm pressing this in. I want this in against this form, this lip. And this is barely going to be a lip, and you're going to see why shortly. And then, oh, I thought I saw a crack. It's the leaf. You know, we sometimes panic for nothing. And I'm just coming straight across my template. And since it is a hard board, a 1/4 inch thick, I can come around and push on this to make sure my design is flat and perfect. If I was on craft foam, it would just buckle. All right. Any ideas? That is step 1. And we're almost done with that. We're done for now. So let me clean up and go to the next video. Okay, any ideas yet what that's going to be? Or what you could do with that bubble bowl? Any ideas, guys? That bubble bowl was the 3 deep, the 8-inch 3 deep is the one that I used. And with it, I used the 9-inch pinwheel template. Add 3 holds for bird back. Oh, that's a good idea. It's not what I did. A cheese dome. Hey, that's a good idea too. Let me, oh, I was like, hold on, let me go get the next video. Duh, I just got to click the button. Let me click the button. And we're back. So, again, my banding wheel system with a peg. Only this time, I'm going to use Pinwheel's template again. Both of these were 9-inch. I forgot to tell you that bubble bowl was an 8-inch. And this is my rolling round 4 deep. This is an 8-inch. That's going to go right here on the top. Okay, now once again, I have my textured slab. So I went while I was off the air and I rolled out a big slab. Same way I did the first one. Same texture, same everything. And again, I want this texture on the outside, so I have to really think about it. So I'm so used to pulling it over. I just want to lift it and bring it over and drop it on. So I'm going to try to scoot this back as far as I can. And I'm going to pick up my slab. Try not to wrinkle it too much. And I'm going to bring this here and I'm going to drop it on and move this back where you can see it. And yes, it's wrinkled. I just lift up and press down a little bit and press in like that. Press it in. If you lift up, you can get that pressed in. When you're working with bigger forms, you have to finesse it a little more, but that's okay. It's worth it. See, and it goes pretty quickly. Just kind of lift it and press in. I've been showing you this same way of doing this for a couple years now. So, all right. I'm going to actually kind of cut off around this wheel just so that I have, it's easier to work with, less material in my way. I could have spun it around, but it's dragging and I thought it would be easier to just do it this way. And I want to keep this because I can make some little trinket dishes out of those edges. So I don't want to throw that away. All right. What a gorgeous hat this would make. But that's not what we're making today. So I'm just going to keep lifting and pressing in very gently. and then in and up. There's that exercise. In and up, in and up. You got to make clay fun, right? It's getting closer to being where we want it. And again, with this texture on the outside, there's no ribbing involved here. We're just using our hands, and we're not using our fingertips because we don't want to press finger marks in here. Mostly using my palms, and then pressing in and up. I don't want to pull down on this upper edge, though our signature rounded bottoms, it's not going to cause that to crack anyway, but you just don't want to be in the habit of doing that. So in and up, that doesn't stretch and stress your clay. And we have it. Now I'm going to just kind of come in, pressing with the palm of my hand right down in this bottom corner so that the clay is up against the form, which is what I would do with my rib. Well, except, oh, this is going to be, look at this texture. That's hot in here. It's hot in Texas right now. But look at this texture. Is that amazing? This is Holly Holiday, and it makes holiday trays, holiday platters, dishes, bowls, mugs, amazingly gorgeous. I'm just trying to get this up in close, and I'm kind of pressing down onto that template with my palm, but we're good. Going around and just lightly pressing in with the pad of my thumb where I'm not getting prints in there. I don't want prints. All right, now I'm going to lightly press down so that I'll be able to find my template. And I want this, I should have put the black side up because I want this to stick to that template and hold this little bitty rim straight and flat. So I should have put the black side up because it takes a little longer to release, but that's okay that I didn't. All right, and again, we're going to come in. We're going to find that template. I like to kind of put it between my fingers. See how that is? And then I hold the clay and I just keep moving my hands and my banding wheel system at the same time. This is called our Superbat banding wheel system. That's where you'll find it on our website under Superbat banding wheel system. We also have a Superbat system for the wheel that attaches to your wheel. If you already have one that's got those square inserts, all you need to do is get our square inserts, couple of bucks, and you can, you know what? I think I'm going to keep this piece and make a couple of little shot glasses or something. But it's going to make something. I'm not going to mess it up. Move that and move that. I'm going to keep that there. All right. And look at what I have here. It looks like the one I did earlier, only a different shape. I just want to show you different shapes and sizes, and then what happens after that. It's going to be a miracle. Holiday, Christmas. Okay. Hey, so remember the hat? Did this hat a few weeks back. Got a little hole if you want to hang it on the wall as a decoration. I'm going to be glazing this. It's been bisfired. But when I first had that texture around the outside of the wheel, it's exactly how I did this. And golly, it's like almost life size. So that would have been a good hat as well. So I wanted to show you that hat. All right. You figured it out yet? I'm gonna grab it. Hold on a second. This takes the mystery away, but there you have it. And you let it dry this way. What I actually did was I actually pinched these together and rubbed my finger across it so that they would stay closed. So as it dries, they will stay shaped together. And look at this. Look at the size of that. So, but there's more. Let's make a handle. Oh, well, I already did. Oh, and look at the bottom. Look at that bottom. Is that not gorgeous? I'm holding on because I don't want to drop it. And then look at my handle up close. You can't even hardly see where it is connected because I did a little trick. I want this to stay shut. All right, let's go to the handle. We're back. Now we are gonna play, whoops, with our battery powered extruder. Now you've seen me play with this before. I do keep plastic in here when I'm not using it so it doesn't dry out. Let me move that out of my way. Put this back on. I'm gonna use my smaller triple circle die. It's not very big. And I have videos out there of putting the clay in here. Always make sure you mist the tube before you put your clay in. And it's heavy, so I tend to lay it on the table and squirt it out. You'll see it come here, right here in a second. Hear it? That's probably all that I need for what I'm gonna do right now. Ugh, so I'm gonna take this. See how fast that was? Put my plastic back on. Just like this. Back in the little trash can beside me. It's kind of where it lives. And let me bring this like this. All right, so I'm gonna take my sponge, bring this down here. Whoops, and you can't see it up there. Let me fix this. There you go. I'm gonna take my sponge and I'm just gonna lightly roll this around and wipe off any crumbs, look for any air holes, that kind of thing. And that's it on there. All right, I am gonna take and roll this. So I like the look of this. It's just 3 rounds. But I also like to take and roll both directions, and it gives me a braided look, and I love that too. Hold that down there a bit. I don't want it to go anywhere. And that's about as tight as I want it, right there. Well, there we go. That's about as tight as I want that braid. Get down there. So, hold that thought a sec. Okay, I don't remember why we were holding that thought, but hey, so it must be for our next video. So that battery powered, we call it an extruder, from Home Depot. There's a couple other brands that have it now. There's a couple things to make sure you get, like the solid tube and all of that. But I do have another video on that. So just search the group for extruder and you should find that, because it's technically a caulk gun to the DIYer, because that's why it's at Home Depot. All right, let's put this on here. Okay, I have got my handy dandy handle maker. Mr. Wilson makes these, and I'm going to put a handle on the side of this. Oh, about that big. Is that going to fit on there? Might have to go a little longer. So what I'm going to do is go about there. Actually, what I need to do is this. I'll cut it right there. And hopefully I have enough to do the second one. Oh, I do. There is the second one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this. I'm just pinching this lightly together. And I'm going to place this on here. And I'm going to roll it in this little dip. And it gives me a little bead. See the little bead? See that handle? And I'm going to do this one the same way. I'm only putting my fingers right in this track. So that's where the beads will be. Whoops, stay in there. I don't know why I can't roll this straight. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that was it. Now when you have a bigger piece of clay, it's much, it makes a much bigger bead. This, because I use this particular template, see I have perfect measurement sides, so I can put these where I want them. Maybe I want it to stick out a little bit, like that. Maybe I want it just like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flatten this. Did I turn it back on? I did. Flatten this a bit. And then I could do a scalloped edge if I had a scalloped little cookie cutter, but I don't. So I'm just gonna make it kind of a tear shape. And then do this one. Oops. Kind of the same way. Like that. And then I'm going to just put those right there. So I didn't finish that video because I ended up changing my mind, as you can see, and I didn't put handles on it because those handles looked a little small to me, and the way this comes up, it gives you a perfect ridge for your fingers anyway. So I decided, I didn't want handles, but I used that braided coil for the top. So we're gonna watch that video. Here's the other piece. This is the first piece we made, and I'm gonna put a little handle right here. And I think that's just about good. So I think that's like perfect. So I'm going to mark this here. And I'm going to mark this here. Like so. I'm gonna lightly wipe that because I've asked a lot of it by twisting it so much. And I don't want it cracking. See how close to the center I am on this. Oh, pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna do this side and do this side. And get my little craft brush. It's about toast. Get my handles. And get that on there and press down. There's a little slippery little bugger. And I think what I'll do is take my little thumb, oops, get up there, and press that in just like that. And the same over here. Not a lot. I don't want it to booger up my design. And that is pretty centered. Now I could actually come in and roll over that with texture, and then you won't even see it. Let's put a little pine cone on this one. Oh, I like that. I just lightly went around the edge. That stuck it good. And put a little texture. Now you don't even see where it connected because that texture goes right in. I think I want a little texture right here. There. Now you can't even see that. Make sure I got that straight. Look at it straight on. Oh, yes. Now, this is going to be the lid to my casserole. My little casserole or serving dish, whatever I want it to be. And this is going to be the bottom. Now they're still wet, so if I flip it right now, I might squish it. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to let these dry a little bit, and then I'll flip this over and set the lid inside. And I could even put a gallery inside this lid. So, but this lid will match up perfectly because we use the exact same template. We'll be back. All right, so with that little trick of rolling over, you can't even see where that handle is attached because of the because of rolling that texture over the top. So cleverly cheated. No, we're adults. We cleverly are resourceful. So let's do the little quick flip and put these dishes together. Although you see, I mean, look at that. You can't any other way make such a perfect little dish. And so easy. Let me show you how easy it is to flip these out. Okay, we're gonna get brave. This is not, I mean, this is really not flippable. It's still pretty wet. We're gonna flip it as best we can. And if it gets too floppy, I'm gonna flip it back. because I want to show it to you, but then I'll probably put it back in here. All right, so there's the bottom of my banding wheel system, my template, and look at this edge, beautiful. Oh, and look, our bowling ball system holes where we can just lift this right out. There's no fuss, no muss, no sticking our fingers in it, no taping them, just perfect. And this I wanted straight down. So I'm gonna take, and this is super wet too, but I'm gonna take the lid, put my hand here and flip it, because I'm gonna probably have to put these back. Oh, that's right. He connected these because this was our sample. So I'm gonna see if I can pop this out this way, like that, and I did. So this is probably a little wet. I'm gonna stick it on here real quick, and then I'm gonna probably have to take it off. Oh, I hope I don't lose the whole thing by doing this too soon. The perfect way to dry these is like this, so that you can pinch these and your lid will be perfect together. Perfectly flat, perfectly sized. Just get them where you want them. I'm just running my fingers around it so they'll be lined up perfectly. Just like this. And how is this for a beautiful lidded casserole dish? They match perfectly because it's the same template. There are no lines, no nothing. Look at this. Is that not a perfect casserole dish? Oh, love it. Love it. Okay, so let me repeat. Wait till you see all this, guys. I know you can see tips and pieces. So I used the 8-inch 4D hybrid. These are on our website under hybrid. And I used the new bubble bowl. You asked for it, we did it. Perfectly round globe bubble bowl. It does not come with the template attached. This was our sample. But I used the pinwheel template, but any template. Use the same template on each. And that created, and this bubble bowl was the 8-3. And that created this beauty. Look at the proportions. The bottom to the lid. Proportions are perfect. You don't have to try to curve it and curve the rims out. It is perfect. But there's more. Let me show you. Let me put this down. So I didn't stop there. That was a 3 deep bubble bowl with the 4 deep ramen round. But look at this. Here is, I know a lot of you got this is the new 6.5. But here's the 6.5 4D with the 2 deep. And look at that. That I used with a 7-inch, 7.5 inch, the same pinwheel template. And look at that. Now you're getting a perfect set. And so simple. And look at this lid. Oh, here, let me turn this on. Oh, it's unplugged. I can't turn the overhead on. But look at this lid. Look at the handle. It's completely textured. Slab to fabbers, you're going to see me do that when we come over to slab to fab after this. But wait, there's more. Okay, that was a 4 and a 2. So anybody that already has these, you can just mix and match. Look at this. The baby octagon. Okay, here's our baby octagon. Here's our baby octagon hybrid that we have made tons of stuff with. It's a 3D. Well, and here's our baby octagon 2D. Well, what if you did this? And got a little baby octagon. So a lot of you already have these. Here's your lid. Here's your bottom. Ow! I just pinched my finger. But there's more. Here's our baby 3. And a lot of you guys have this. This is our little 5-inch baby dinner plate. Dinner one. It's got that arch and the drop. Look at this. For a shower lid, and let me show you. I didn't put a top on it yet. But look at this. I haven't even cleaned this up yet. This I used this one I used Happy Flower rim template. But look at this cute little short curve, but perfect curve by using these forms. There is no guesswork. And with the template, they perfectly line up. I haven't cleaned this one up yet. But squares, our baby squares with a 3 deep with a 2 deep lid would make a perfect also treasure box. So I know a lot of you have a lot of these already, and I just wanted to show you. I mean, look at that. I can't lift it off because, well, there you go. Look at the perfectly arched lid. Perfect lid with the perfect bowl. And then when you dry them together like that, like this, I'm putting them together so they'll be perfectly matched up. But when you dry them like this, then they'll become flat. The lid will match perfectly. And I kind of pinch them together just for the drying process. I like just pinch that together. It'll be a perfect match. The bubble bowls, it has its own page on the website, and that page is called Bubble Bowls. It is right below hybrids. And then the dinner. It is. The dinnerware ones are under dual drapes. It's the very first one. When you go to dual drapes, it's called dinnerware rounds. So there you have it. Those of you that are in the slab group, meet me over in the slab group. I'm going to show you how I did this handle to be perfectly textured. All right. And if you have not got your Christmas in July box, I'm telling you, you're going to cry if you miss out, because once you see what people are getting in this, you're going to want it. And it will not be this price again. It will go up at least $25 to $35, maybe $45. The value of the box is double what the cost is right now. So get yours now. Get your surprise box now, or when you see what everybody else has, you're going to have to pay the extra money. I
couldn't find it around
later. I had to laugh. I just looked over. Mr. Wilson walked in and he had his shirt up, wiping the sweat off his face, and all I saw was belly. Would like a list of what you used tonight. I will put a list in the description of tonight's live of the things that I used. This is what I made really for it, but I will list what these are too. This one was the 6.5. But I want you to notice something. This one, see the top, the curve, the round? I used the bubble bowl for the lid. This one, see how it curves and it's like kind of flat on the top? That's because I didn't use a bubble bowl for it. I simply used the 2 deep with the flat top. So, round it or round with the flat top. But you saw, you just pick them right out. There's no sliding around. There's no taping them up. There's no, it just pops right out, and you got your finger holds. You got your finger holds to pull these out with. There's no lines. It's just fantastic. The 10-inch form casserole would be awesome too. Yes, the 10-inch, my form's over there somewhere. But we haven't done the bubble bowl yet for the 10-inch. And Mr. Wilson, is there any reason you couldn't do a bubble bowl in a solar? Not today or tomorrow, but
No, I don't know.
you should be able to do that as well. We are working on those, so
There's a lot of things in the works.
there's a lot of things in the works. And like I said, I'm working with Melody on one thing. By the way, Melody, if you're still on, it arrived today. And I'm working with Tiffany Homer on another thing. So you will get to see those. Oh, she is still on. These would make great apple pie and pumpkin shapes. Oh, yeah. Hey, this would make a great pumpkin shape if you didn't put a template in there. All right, guys, I got to go because I got to get on my Slab to Fab line. All of you that are in here, Slab to Fabbers, be sure and there's the hand. The hand didn't get out of bed for a few days. So Slab to Fabbers, meet me over in the Slab group in 10 minutes. See you there. Oh, hey, and don't forget the cute little baby. And he would be cute even with a 2 or a 3 on top as well. But I haven't cleaned this baby up yet. Maybe I'll do that in the Slab group. Anyway, there you have him. See you guys next time. Remember, replays are always here, and replays are on YouTube. Please go to YouTube, like, and subscribe. I will see you next week.